Holly's Hollyhocks, written by Marcia Jackson, illustrated by Sheena Watcott. One day, Holly was at the garden center with her mother. She loved to see all the beautiful plants and flowers. Holly closed her eyes and imagined that her garden at home had lots of pretty flowers too. As she walked by a large seed display, she was surprised to see her name on some of the seed packets. They were hollyhock seeds. From the picture on the seed packet, she could tell that they grew really tall and were covered with beautiful blossoms. Holly could not believe that there was a flower with the same name as hers. She knew she had to buy a couple of packets of seeds to plant at home. Holly could hardly wait to wake up early Saturday morning to plant her flowers. She planted her seeds all around the mailbox. One packet of seeds didn't go very far. She wanted pretty flowers all around the front yard, the side yard, and all around the backyard fence. Holly was going to need a lot more seeds. She wondered how she could get enough money to buy more. Holly sat on her front porch, thinking of what she could do to solve her problem. She looked across the street and noticed that Mr. Bates' lemon tree was full of bright yellow lemons. She instantly thought of lemonade and that a lemonade stand would be a perfect way to earn money for her seeds. She was a bit nervous to ask her neighbor, but Mr. Bates seemed very happy to let her pick all the lemons she needed, especially if she would pick a big basket for him too. It was a sunny day and pretty hot, but it was exciting to see the basket start to overflow with lemons as she picked. Holly and her sister Lynn were busy in the kitchen making lemonade. They washed the lemons, carefully sliced them, and squeezed each one to get every last bit of juice out of them. After adding water and sugar, they stirred and tasted and added a bit more sugar to get the sweetness just right. All those lemons made their kitchen smell so good. The lemonade stand was a great success. Lots of people who were out walking and riding bikes stopped at Holly's stand to buy some lemonade. They said how much they loved her fresh picked, fresh squeezed, ice cold lemonade. Holly made sure to take Mr. Bates a big glass to thank him for sharing his yummy lemons. After buying more packets, Holly worked hard all morning planting seeds around her yard. All she could see was dirt, but she could use her imagination and see lots of beautiful flowers in her yard, just like the ones pictured on her seed packets. Days, weeks, and months went by. Holly watered and waited and waited and watered. It seemed to take forever for the tiny green leaves to sprout up out of the ground, but she loved caring for her little plants. One morning, Holly rolled over and noticed something outside her window. She sat up and was so excited to see lots of pretty hollyhocks growing tall enough to reach her windowsill. The flowers surrounding the mailbox were so tall, so full, and so beautiful. Sometimes it seemed hard for the mailman to get through the flowers to deliver the mail, but seeing the big smile on his face made her think it might be his favorite stop. As the family ate their breakfast, they were surrounded by hollyhocks growing like crazy outside the windows. It was a wonderful way to start their day. Blossom started to peek over the fence. The neighbors asked Holly what her lovely flowers were called. She was able to tell them, "You won't forget the name of these flowers because they're just like my name, Holly. They are hollyhocks." Holly loved to swing high in the big oak tree in her backyard. Her hollyhock flowers grew taller and taller. It didn't matter how high she tried to swing, She could not swing higher than her hollyhocks, but she sure had fun trying. Word spread to the neighboring towns. Soon people from all over were driving by to see the beautiful flowers. Birds, bees, butterflies, and little animals came to enjoy the flowers too. As Holly looked around, it was fun to think back to that first day when she saw the packet of seeds at the garden center and all the work she had done. Seeing everyone smiling and enjoying the flowers made it all worth it. But the person with the biggest smile enjoying it the most was Holly.